next item of business is reports from different entities. First report will be on district operations by Mr. Cutler. Mr. Cutler, do you have anything to report?
No report, Dr. Stovall. Thank you.
Mr. Murchison, do you have a financial report for us?
Yes, sir. This is for the month ending February 28, 2014. Checking and savings is $3,687,590. Total other assets, total other current assets, $53,802.05. Appreciable assets, $5,004,226.70. Total other assets, $54,829.76. Total assets, $8,800,448.04. Accounts payable, $8,650, and reserve for taxes uncollected, $50,011.33. Total equity, $8,741,786.71. Total liabilities and equity, $8,800,448.04. The deposit. Any questions on the balance sheet? Next is the deposit detail. A check from deposit ETMC for their 2 monthly payments, the Surgery Center and the Living Center. Taxes collected of $67,828.35. CD interest of $1,759.51. EMS rent $900. CD interest of $1,189.24. And checking account interest of $45.92. Questions on the deposit? Check detail, Windstream for the circuits for the residential, 106.87, Red TV 116.86. The law firm that's an attorney, 8,357.36. Howard and Green, that's another attorney, 879.52. My fee of $800. Irma Chavez, the housekeeper for the student housing. Another check paid for $543.34. That's for copies, FedEx charges, and research for pending litigation. A check to Todd Harker and Johnson for $8,000. Profit and loss for February 2014. Total income $78,877.67. Local banking and taxes received. Audit fee of $8,000. Legal and professional $10,580.22. Net income for February is $59,262.84. Net income for the period October 2013 through February 2014, $228,070.02. Comparing the actual profit and loss to their budget, if we look at over budget items, as always is the case, the taxes were $89,499 above budget for this time period. But conversely, we are over budget with our legal expenses of $105,886.91. So net income, we are under budget $8,029.49 for the 5-month period. Next is the, if you remember, we had a CD that was that renewed on March 15th, and due to the fact that we didn't meet last week, it went out of the 10-day grace period, and we polled some of the board members, and this is the way it is at February 28th, but it actually, we extended the period to read 24 months, and for 1%. In that, Deborah, in that correct? Mm-hmm. So let it be seen. You'll see it next time. But this second CD of $1,031,000. So the date it renewed for 24 months. audits at 1%. And we had to do that before tonight because of the guidelines. As far as the deposits, their total deposits were $3,742,250,000 FDIC coverage. First Community has pledged market security in the amount of $4,814,000, so they're over pledged $1,321,000. Those are made up of Freddie Mac, $1,023,000, Fannie Mae, $891,000, and another Freddie Mac of $2,898,000. And the last item in the financials is a copy of that budget worksheet that we talked about.
That's pretty clear. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the financial report? If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve the financial report, please. Second, please.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Unanimous. Ms. Johnson, we'd like to have our audit report, please, ma'am.
Certainly. For those of you who have not met before, I'm Kim Johnson with Todd Hammer and Johnson, the firm, CPA firm in Lufkin, Texas. And we also have an office here in Crockett. We've done the audit for the past several years, and we're lucky enough to get the bid again this year. We did do 2 audits at the same time. Probably not spend very much time on the 2012 audit because it's somewhat dated, but I'll hit a couple of the highlights and then also talk about the 2013 audit. I apologize, my throat's about to give out, I think. I sound a little bit like a frog. 2012, which is probably the bottom of the bottom green folder for most of you guys. Both audits were unqualified, unmodified opinions, which will be stated on page 2 in probably both years. Says that all of the financials are in good order. The assets and liabilities, everything, all your net position is stated properly. The operations are stated properly as well. So no modifications at all about the opinion, or good opinion. Moving on, kind of briefly again on 12, and then I'll hit a couple of highlights in 13. Looking at page 14, which gives you essentially the profit and loss for 2012 as compared to 2011. So it shows the revenues that were taken in and the expenses taken out. A little over, almost 3.1 million.
Wait, I think,
We're not saying
Yeah.
not 4 times.
Did I say page 14? I meant page 5. I have no idea where 14 came from. Not even close. Okay, we're on page 5.
Okay.
Sorry.
There we are.
This is the change in net assets. Net assets is expenses, revenues minus your expenses. Gives you your net assets for your end of the year. And the change there shows that for the year of 2012, the increase in your net assets was $2,874,000. Now that's going to seem extremely higher than what you've seen before, because one of the things that I adjusted in the audit adjustment here in the audit for 2012 and in 2013 is essentially the contribution from ETMC or the surgery suite that was built and given to the hospital district. So it's shown in as a contribution here. And you see that as that almost 2.6 million in 2012 is the monies that had been spent in that year to date on the surgical suite. That didn't go into service. We didn't start that up until 2013, but that's why there's a difference in that increase in net assets from what Dick would have reported along the way, because he would not have reported that. But essentially, other than that, there weren't any significant audit adjustments at all. Things are, what you're seeing monthly is good.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
On when you compare, look at my year 2011 when you see contributions made, that 1.5 million, Dr. Stoll, that came from the district.
That came from the district. That was money that you gave to ETMC for UPL in the prior year. Yeah. And so that conversely, this year, there was a contribution in for the surgical solution. You really started on that. The only other thing I would note is on the very last page of this report, page 21, shows your budget and actual and any variances that are there. When I come in and do the audit, my numbers are somewhat different than Dick's. Again, what we just talked about, that's contribution. But also I'll put some accruals in. He's mostly going to just present things as they get paid and as they get received. And I've got to go back and put things into the appropriate period for which they occurred. And a lot of times bills might be late. Usually it's expenses that go in. And so I think that the variances there are a result not of not approving expenses, but of me putting those expenses into the actual column here, and you all only approve the budget that went with the actual expenditures. So other than that discrepancies we don't have word, but Dick will account for the tax district expense as a reduction of revenue, and I report it as a specific line item. And so that kind of works a little hard too. But other than that, we were in budget and no problems, and everything was appropriately approved, through the minutes and sign checks and whatnot. So moving on to 13. Again, I'll briefly hit on some highlights. Page 4 now on 13 is kind of telling you what happened during the year. The district's assets exceeded its liabilities of about $11.3 million. So very good net position for the district. Of course, a significant amount of that money, that is in money, is in actual cash and CDs and investments, as well as non-liquid assets, capital assets. Your cash and your certificates of deposit increased that year of about $419,000. Capital assets increased by a little over $524,000. Largely, that was the increase that current year in 2013, about $700,000 additional were paid for the surgical suite, and it was placed in service and began in 2013. So that total was around $3.5 million. And then, of course, we offset that by depreciation. The district continues to have no long-term debt, and none was outstanding at the end of the year. So very good there. Page 5 reflects what I just talked about with your net position, your total assets and your total liabilities. Or again, a very strong net position for the organization. The next page, on page 6, is the change in that position, are your revenues and expenses for the year. For the year, the increase there was about $944,000. Again, you see the $700,000 increase there for the capital contribution made for the surgical suite. So a little different than the numbers that we reported previously. And then I also go down there and show you what your capital assets are made up of. And again, the $3.5 million is into your buildings and improvements. Remaining part of the report is a lot of details that are